Arman stands, his stern gaze meeting Maya's as she enters the room. Arman commands, "So eager to do your job, are you? Fine, go make me dinner, bring it to my room, and make sure you cook it yourself." Maya remains silent, her expression unreadable. Maya stands, her face a mask of anger as she confronts Arman. Arman's eyes flash with cold amusement. "I bought you for a month." Maya's voice rises, filled with indignation. "What do you take me for your maid?" Arman's voice drips with command. "You will obey my every command." Maya recoils violently, her eyes burning with rage. "My job is to satisfy you in bed, not clean your house," Maya shouts furiously. Arman retorts coldly. "You signed a contract. You agreed to all my demands, from cooking to cleaning." Maya's voice rises in disbelief. "I don't know about any contract." Arman directs Maya to her bag, hinting at a document that could alter everything. Memory sparks in Maya's eyes as she recalls signing a contract at the club, a chilling realization dawning. With trembling hands, Maya pulls out the file, the weight of her actions heavy in her grasp. As Maya scans the paper, disbelief etches across her face. Her world crumbles around her. Sunlight floods the opulent bedroom, yet Maya sits up, the unresolved pain in her chest a stark reminder of the night before. Arman has already left. Ruby enters, her face unreadable. Breakfast is ready, and Arman is waiting downstairs. Maya trails behind Ruby, her face devoid of emotion. Maya halts at the dining room entrance, a fleeting memory shadowing her face. The mahogany table overflows with opulence, a stark reminder of past exclusion. Arman, poised at the table's head, sips his coffee, his gaze inscrutable as she nears. Arman gestures towards a chair, a silent command in his eyes. Maya refuses, her gaze lost in the cityscape beyond the window. Arman breaks the silence. "Sit and eat." Maya responds softly, "I'm not hungry." Arman's voice fills the room. "I canceled my meetings. I want you to go somewhere with me." Maya raises an eyebrow, a smirk playing on her lips. Arman responds with a playful secret. "It's a surprise. Be ready in 15 minutes. Maya hesitates, caught between resistance and curiosity, her mind wrestling with the unknown. Maya, dressed in a cotton sari, steps into Arman's car. Arman's car drives away, leaving behind the city's hustle and entering a quieter, older part of town. They drive in silence. Maya's heart pounds, her gaze drawn to a weathered, two-story house with peeling paint their father's house. Her eyes widen, reflecting a mix of shock and disbelief. "Why are we here?" Maya asks, her voice barely a whisper. Arman declares that it is time. Maya emerges, her legs trembling with the weight of unspoken memories. "You brought me here." "Why?" she whispers, her voice a fragile plea in the heavy air. Arman stands before Maya, his expression unreadable, a mask concealing the turmoil within. Maya stares back, her gaze piercing, searching for a glimpse of the truth behind his calm facade. The weight of Arman's words hangs heavy in the air as he speaks. "To say goodbye, to start over, or to end it, all your choice." Maya stares at the contract, her hands trembling as she scans the clauses. What the hell is this? Her hands shake as she confirms her signature at the bottom of the page. Maya faces Arman, her expression a blend of shock and fury. Arman's chilling calmness intensifies Maya's distress. "I didn't know this was the contract I signed." Arman's coldness cuts through the room. "That's not my problem. You must follow it." His next words shatter any illusion. "You're my property for 30 days, not my wife." Maya's face contorts with fury as she unleashes her contempt towards Arman. Arman stands firm, returning Maya's furious stare. Maya's breath hitches, a visible flinch disrupting her facade. "You're disgusting. I saw the truth that night. I know it was your first time." Bathed in gentle light, Maya stands resolute, facing Arman across the room, the air thick with unspoken words. Her voice cuts through the silence, laced with disbelief and pain. "Why did you still do it?" Arman's confession hangs heavy. "I wanted to hurt you. I wanted to feel nothing. But I felt everything." Maya repeats, her voice barely a whisper. "You felt everything." Maya's eyes glisten with unshed tears as she steels herself. "I had to say those things. I couldn't afford to let you care." Arman looks at her, his face etched with confusion. "Why?" Arman asks, his voice barely audible. In the opulent mansion, Maya stands frozen, each of Arman's words a shard of ice. "I don't love you, Maya. I only ever loved Maisha." Arman's face is now a mask of cold indifference. "You had no right to hope for anything more." In the grand living room, Arman stands, his eyes reflecting inner turmoil as he speaks the truth. Arman confesses, "I admit I married you because my mother forced me, but I stayed away because I was afraid of what I might feel." Maya's voice cuts through the tension. "What are you afraid of now?" Arman's gaze intensifies as he admits, "You." Maya's heart pounds. She turns away, struggling to maintain her composure. She declares, "I'm not cooking for you." Arman's callous reply echoes, "You'll starve but still sleep in my bed tonight." Maya whirls around, her eyes flashing with defiance. Maya declares, "I won't make it easy for you." She brushes past Arman toward his room, leaving him in stunned silence. Arman stands still, his smirk vanishing as he realizes Maya has turned his tactics against him. Maya enters Armand's luxurious bedroom, her steps confident despite the tremor in her heart. She approaches the bed, the room's opulence amplifying her inner turmoil. Maya sits on the edge of the bed, hands clenched tightly in her lap, a storm of emotions brewing beneath her composed exterior. Armand enters the bedroom, his presence immediately filling the space as he leans against the door, observing Maya. His voice breaks the silence with a hint of admiration. "You're braver than I remember," Maya responds with a haunting calm. "I'm just better at hiding the fear now." Armand moves slowly toward Maya, stopping just a foot away. Armand speaks softly. "You still smell like that night." Maya retorts with a hint of defiance. "You should have thrown me in the shower before dragging me into your bed." Armand chuckles, the sound laced with bitterness and irony. "I'm not touching you tonight because you're too full of fire. I want you when you're too exhausted to fight." Maya flinches, the weight of her confinement pressing down. She approaches the window, a sense of longing in her steps. Maya pulls back the curtain, revealing a garden shimmering with fairy lights, a beautiful yet cruel prison. "Why are you doing this and not letting me go again?" she cries out, her voice filled with despair. Armand sits on the bed, consumed by sorrow. He lifts his head, a profound sadness visible on his face. Maya stands near the doorway, seemingly ready to depart. I don't know what hurts more, losing her or watching her become someone else's. Maya freezes, her body tense as his words hang in the air. She turns slowly, her expression veiled. The man before Maya is no longer a cruel master, but appears lost and vulnerable. Maya declares with newfound resolve, "I was never anyone's, not even his." Armand moves, his shadow lengthening across the room. They stand closely, their nearness electrifying the air. The silence hangs heavy, pregnant with unacknowledged truths. Armand's voice breaks the quiet. "Why do I still feel like you're mine?" Armand abruptly breaks eye contact and announces, "You should go to sleep. You'll take the couch." Maya's voice fills the silence. "What are you trying to prove?" Armand speaks, not turning, delivering a statement that hangs heavy in the air. He asserts, "I can still be a man, even if I bought her like an animal." He lies down on the couch, away from Maya, creating a distance. Maya walks to the bed, a silent prelude to a night of unspoken emotions. She lies down, back turned, a fortress of solitude erected between them. Two bodies, a chasm of unspoken words. Each heart wrestles with the agonizing question, to stay or to flee. In the stillness of night, Maya lies awake, the lingering scent of Armand's cologne a haunting reminder. The familiar fragrance intensifies her longing, making sleep an impossible escape. She turns restlessly, a futile attempt to shake off the oppressive weight in her heart. In the silent darkness, Armand's controlled breathing fills the room, a question hanging heavy in the air. I sit up, the covers clutched tightly around me, lost in the shadows. Armand's voice echoes softly in the stillness, breaking the silence. "Can't you sleep?" Maya's voice responds, laced with unease. "I didn't know sleep came easy in a stranger's house." Armand chuckles softly, a melancholic smile playing on his lips. "It used to be her house too," Armand murmurs, his voice tinged with sorrow. Maya's voice cuts through the silence. "I was never allowed past the gate, even as his wife." Armand speaks softly. "I regret that." Maya is caught off guard by the quiet confession, her face frozen in disbelief. Slowly, Maya turns her head, her gaze piercing, as she whispers, "Regret from him?" Maya stands in Armand's luxurious bedroom, her voice sharp with hurt and anger. "What exactly do you regret? The things you did that hurt me? Or that you stuck with me now? A woman you bought for a month like some object?" Armand sits up in bed, his face hidden in shadow. Maya's breath catches in her throat. Armand rises, his movements heavy with exhaustion as he approaches her. He halts at the bedside, his gaze falling upon her with a profound weariness. Armand stands, his body tense, his eyes begging for understanding. "Do you think I didn't suffer and die inside every time I imagined someone else touching you?" Armand asks. Maya's voice cuts through the tension. "Why did you let it happen?" Armand speaks of cowardice, his words tear through the silence. She looks up. For the first time in years, she sees not a stranger but a boy. She sees the boy who promised to fight the world for her. In the dimly lit bedroom, Maya stands silently by the window, her back turned. Armand takes a step closer, his shadow lengthening across the floor. Her voice echoes in the room. "I was never anyone's, not even yours." Armand responds, his voice laced with pain. "Then why do I still feel like you're mine?" Young Maya and Armand sit on the rooftop, their fingers softly intertwined. A tender breeze whispers through Maya's hair as they look out at the world. Armand's voice, soft yet resolute. "I promise to fight the world for you." Maya stands in Armand's kitchen, resentment filling the air as she surveys the ingredients. Armand sits at his desk, feigning work, his eyes betraying a restless anticipation. His gaze flickers repeatedly towards the entrance, a subtle expectation clouding his focus. His concentration shatters, each glance a silent plea for Maya's arrival. In the quiet dining room, Maya places the dishes on the table, her actions precise but tense. Armin sits silently at the head of the table, his eyes fixed on an unseen point. The silence of the night is broken only by the clinking of silverware, each bite a reminder of the words left unsaid. Bathed in a melancholic glow, Maya wanders alone through the night garden. Surrounded by fairy lights, she reflects on her past and present, a sense of conflict weighing on her. Maya halts at the gate of her father's house, her thoughts a tempest of indecision. Armand lurks in the shadows, an enigma veiled in the distance. The weight of destiny hangs heavy, the next step resting solely on her shoulders.